Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing this look for the holidays. I just did a red lip with a classic eye and just bold lashes. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Yeah, this is what I came up with. I went in not knowing what to do, and then this is what just came up. So I hope you guys like it, and if you are interested on how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're gonna get started with moisturizing our face, and I'm gonna be using the Ultra Repair Cream. This is my favorite when I'm using a thick foundation, and since we're going for a holiday look, we obviously want it to last all day, so we need a good base under. So I'm gonna moisturize my face and then go ahead and prime it, and then I'll show you guys the foundation I choose to use. And for primer, I'm gonna go in with my favorite Professional. I'm choosing to use this one because since during the holidays we usually tend to take more pictures and, you know, see more people up close. Family we probably haven't seen in a while. We do not want to show our pores to the whole world, to everyone. So usually I like to concentrate on my T-zone, like I said before, just because that's where I have my problem area, so that's where I like to focus it. So I let this dry, and I'm gonna go in with my super heavy duty Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation. And I don't know if you guys heard of this foundation, but it claims to last 24 hours. I've never worn it for that long, but I mean, it is really thick. Because it's so thick, I'm gonna go ahead and add a drop or two of my maracuja oil just because of my dry skin. But since for dry skins, usually foundations don't tend to be so thick and full coverage, just because they tend to be a little drying, I like to just pair it with a little oil, and it goes on smoothly and it won't really crack, you know, your face or make you look patchy. So I just put it in the back of my hand. I'm sure there's another way to be more sanitized, but I ain't got time for that. And then I'll just add like a drop or two, and then I'll just blend it in with my finger. Just make sure your hands are clean, and then just apply it where you want it to go. And with the oil, I mean, when it's thick foundation, it is a little harder to maneuver around your face, so it makes it easier. But if you don't have the oil and you still want to use a thick foundation, I suggest you blend it in with a brush and then tap it in with a beauty blender or any type of sponge, and it'll go on smoothly and you won't have too many little streaks from the brush. Always remember to tap your beauty blender. Don't like drag it like this, because not only does it remove a little bit of foundation, but you don't want to add that friction to your face, like stretching it, you know, because we don't want no wrinkles or saggy skin. So just bouncing it does the trick. I know it takes a little longer to distribute that foundation all over your face, but in the long run, it's gonna be more beneficial to your skin. But I mean, everybody has their own way, but I've just done my research and I've heard that, you know, tugging at your skin every day when you do your makeup isn't very good. So now we're gonna go in with our concealer, and I'm gonna be using my NARS in color Cluster. It's medium 1. The thing with concealer, when you know you're gonna be photographed a lot, I know you want to look bright and awake, but I feel like sometimes when you go too light in your concealer, it could tend to have flashbacks when you take pictures with flash. So you don't want to be looking like you're super flawless and then super white where you put your concealer, because sometimes the powder that you use to set could also cause the flashback. So maybe do your research before to know which concealers and setting powders have a flashback when you take pictures, just so you don't look crazy. Not as light as I usually like to go, just because I don't know, but I am gonna go in with a little bit of my MAC Pro Longwear, just because it's a little lighter, but not too much because I don't want to be looking crazy. I'm just gonna be adding a little drop of the concealer to my, you know, my under eyes and what I want to be bright. As you can see, this one's way lighter, so I'm just gonna blend it in till it's well blended. Okay, so concealer's all blended. Now I'm just gonna set it with my RCMA powder. Just because I don't know if you guys saw my previous video where I used the Makeup Forever. That one definitely did not work for me. It gave me a lot of flashbacks, and not only that, it didn't blend very well. So I'm just gonna play it safe and use my RCMA. The packaging is a little annoying because you have to kind of pour it onto something. Just because like the Laura Mercier, it comes with a little cap. You can just pour it in your cap and then you're good to go. But this one, not so much. This sad little eye doesn't have enough. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this sit for like 2 minutes. I'm not really patient when it comes to baking, so if I get to 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking my Morphe M527 brush and I'm just gonna dust all this off my face. I like to work in some circles so I can get it all over my face, but because of my dry skin, I don't really like to set my foundation all over the face. So whatever is extra from my baking, I just use it. I'm gonna move on to eyebrows. I'm gonna do them off camera just because I do it so repeatedly, but I might be doing an in-depth tutorial on how I do my eyebrows, but for now I'm just gonna do them off camera and I'll be back. So I use the ColourPop brow pencil in the color Bangin' Brunette, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and set it with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. So I'm gonna be using my Lorac Pro palette. So I'm gonna grab cream and then I'm just gonna put it all over my lid just to kind of set the primer. And yeah, it just gives us a little base to work on top of and it makes it easier. Okay, so now that that color is on our lids, I'm gonna go ahead and take a fluffier brush. I'm gonna be using the Morphe E22 and I'm gonna go in with this color Taupe and I'm just gonna focus it right here on my crease. All I want to do is just kind of define this crease area, just so when I put my eyeliner it just looks super clean, like a light lid and then a defined crease and then just the wing eyeliner. We're gonna just focus it all on here, and it doesn't have to be perfect because we are doing a simple eye and we're gonna add another color on top of the lid, maybe like a shimmery champagne color. And I'm gonna take this e.l.f. blending eye brush and I'm just gonna dip it into this darker brown. It's called Sable, and I'm just gonna focus in the outer V and then kind of like creating that shadow over your lid, just like kind of like you're penciling it in. With the same brush with nothing on it, I'm just gonna go back in and then try to blend it out. Okay, so now that it's somewhat blended, I'm gonna go in with the darkest brown on here. It's called Espresso, and I'm literally just gonna dab it right here just to kind of create that darker to light, somewhat like a smoky eye, but I don't want to add black to this just because I want to keep it a little bit more like daytime wearable. Okay, so I finished with the crease, so now I'm just gonna grab my brush and I'm gonna spray it a little bit with Fix Plus, and then I'm gonna go in that same palette and I'm gonna grab that nude color and I'm just gonna place it on my lid. So now, as you can see, it left a little eyeshadow on top just because it has Fix Plus. It grabbed too much. So I'm gonna go back in there with my brush and then just blend it all back out. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using my favorite L'Oreal eyeliner. It's called the Carbon Black Linear Intense, and I make a simple wing. on my eye and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I popped in my eyelashes and did a wing eyeliner. If you're wondering what lashes I'm using the Flutter lashes in the style Shayla or Slayla. So they just came in here. They are a little intense, but I figured since it's a simple look, I can go intense. So now I'm gonna go back into my Lorac palette and I'm just gonna go and grab that dark espresso color and I'm gonna add it on my lower lashes and kind of smoke it out just so it puts the look together. And then I'm gonna add a little bit closer to the inner corner. I'm gonna use that light color and make it just smoke out. And before we continue with the mascara on the lower lashes, I'm gonna just go ahead and grab my NYX eye base in ESB1. It's just the white color, and I'm just gonna place it on my waterline just so it pops out. I don't want to wear black just to not make it too intense. So just with whatever little thin flat brush, just pick up whatever color you have. It makes your eyes appear whiter and like a doll effect, which I really like. So now I'm just gonna pop in a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes, and then I'll continue with the face. The eyes are done. We're just gonna add a little highlight. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte. It's the Park Avenue Princess, and this was the matte. So I'm just gonna bronze my face up with this and then add a little blush. I'm just gonna go in with my Wet n Wild and Mellow Wine. And I'm gonna be using Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics. I feel like for me, the highlight just adds liveliness to my face, just because my face is usually super matte. And now just to bring this look together, we're gonna be adding our lipstick. And for this look, I decided to pair with a classic red. I'm gonna be using the Kat Von D red, and it's in the shade Outlaw. And to finish up the look, we're gonna go ahead and use the Urban Decay makeup setting spray, the oil control, the Slick. This one's supposed to make your makeup last all day, which is what we want. We want to be able to party and keep our makeup on. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this holiday simple classic look I created. I kind of didn't know what I was gonna do, but I kind of like how it turned out. Super classic eyes, big lashes, and red lips. Just throw on your favorite little black dress and you'll be out the door. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it, please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Bye!